everybody. This is Towels, your safety instructor for the day. I'm going to be teaching you how to make homemade weapons and how to throw them into trees.
From your home.
From your home. Now, when doing this, you want to make sure that no one else is going to be able to hit you. You want to know where your people are, so I suggest wearing a bright color. Or if you live in Australia, don't worry about anything. Now, we got lots. I never thought about that.
Just give me a good.
Okay, bright colors. Now, virtually anything that you can make into having a point on the end, you can throw into a tree. Anything you can think of.
Wow. I mean, what? It's like,
I don't know. Alright, what we have here is a fire pit shovel. Now, it wouldn't do really good with all this wiggity whack on it, so just take off anything. As long as you have a pole looking object, that works like the most perfectly of all. You're just going to take off everything about it that you don't want. Whatever. But now, if you look at it, it's not really sharp. So what you can do is find some concrete, and just start taking it and go like this. You might have some practice doing this motion. As you can tell, I'm a pretty big pro at it. And if you get a closer look, we've just turned this into a dart.
Awesome.
Alright, let's go. Oh hi, I didn't notice you there. Today we're going to start out with screwdrivers. A very classic technique. You can sharpen them if you want, you don't have to. There's two ways of throwing a screwdriver or any object with a heavier side and a lighter side into a tree. Because it has a heavier side to it, it'll have some spin to it. That's a problem. So what also works very well is the French style, where of course everyone knows from James Bond, the throwing knives. You hold them like this and then you just chuck it. But when you want to throw it into a tree to make it spin less, if you hold it here, it'll spin more. If you hold it here, it'll spin less, okay? And then the other technique, which I prefer, and that it works for almost any object, whether or not it has a end to it or not, a heavier end. Take your fingers, make this motion, and hold this motion. See this motion? You're gonna make like a little bit of a, like a storm drain almost. The storm drain. You see the storm drain?
See the storm drain.
Okay, and you're gonna put the blade in the storm drain, okay?
Put it in the storm drain.
In the storm drain. And then from here, you're gonna like flick it, but the idea is to let it slide out of your hand instead of like, I don't know, like that. So you want to keep your whole wrist and this part straight, because it'll work, man. Just fucking do it. Get the storm drain. Push your hand, point at the tree. It'll go wherever you point. As you can tell, screwdrivers, tree. You can even melee attack it if you want. Remember this bad boy we just made? Low hopes for this going into the tree.
Dang. Booyah! It's hard to see it, but yep, it's there.
You're in a sticky situation, okay? You look around, there's no screwdrivers, okay? But you have a samurai sword. So I'm gonna teach you how to throw a samurai sword into a tree.
Bonsai!
Okay, first, this little thingy, you don't need this. This is for people who make mistakes. You don't need that. Okay, so a samurai sword is a lot like a spear. This acts as the fletching, the handguard will act as the fletching, and I don't know. If the attacker, assuming the attacker is coming at me, you're gonna make this arm's gonna go like this. When it gets to this point, like a snake, it's gonna slither. See this snake slither? Because you don't want it to be like snake slither, because that'll go downwards. Wherever this elbow points, that's where it's gonna go. That's how you throw shit in this stuff. Okay, let's try this. And that's a samurai sword in a tree. Okay, you're doing some garden work. You're gardening some work. tacker comes at you, looking a lot like a tree. Well, what you want to do is, this part I'm holding right now, that's the no good part. That'll distract him. He'll try and block that part, and then he'll get stabbed by this part. Okay, so you want to hold this part. Ultimately, you're going to fling it like this. It'll open up. When it comes around, it'll close and snap. Okay, that's the idea. And I gotta aim around this. I'll go this way so I don't hit that sword. Okay.
Where did that even go?
Right here. Come closer. Come up. Come stay here. Now.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. We gotta get a.
Instead of hitting it with the blade part, we've hit him with the blunt object.
Wait, there it is. Which,
instead of cleanly cutting his arteries, we've now blunt force traumatized his arteries, which hurts a lot more and will ultimately help you in the end. So let's move on to our next object. Okay, I'm a patriot, I don't know about you. And when I want to stab people by throwing stuff at them, I would just feel much more comfortable if they were American flags. We're gonna make a bandana out of this. This is pretty good, except we need to fucking snap it. Okay, now we have a point. And as I've shown you, you find any pole-like object with a point, excluding my dick, we can get this stick in a tree. That last part isn't proven, we haven't actually tried that.
Yes.
Done! So we do in America. America. Nickel bite. You're in elementary school. No, you're in preschool. Okay. Some kids are bullying you. You're trying to do arts and crafts. What do? Pull out your safety scissors. Safety scissors aren't going to be as deadly as, say, an American flag or the samurai sword. However, when you're in preschool, your attackers are going to have less thick skin and scalp, so it doesn't need to be as strong. It'll pierce it just as easily, because 8-year-old skin is so soft and soft. Technique number 45. You're out there on a date, say, with your girl, with your man, with your family. I don't know how you do these things. Or the attacker comes at you, okay? It's probably a ninja attacker. He's not very good at dodging. However, ever, you got some silverware. Now, throwing silverware, it's made popular from the movies such as Mystery Men. You might remember the Blue Raja. Yep, but too low. Come here. Come look at this. This is fascinating. See, what we've done here to our attacker is hit him in the ankle. This is a very strategic throw because when you don't have ankles, it's very hard to run, much less mug someone.
That is nice.
Now this is what we call a kidney shot. When you hit someone in the kidney, it sucks. Forks travel really fast, really quickly. That's one of their advantages. That's why they were used in the 17th century to fend off the Mongolians. A metal bar around his knees. This is important for your attacker to block the things from hitting your knees. He's a smart man. However, we went to Harvard. And that's how we do things in Harvard. You're at Home Depot. You're trying to buy some carpet. Some niggas on the block come up and think they're tough. They tell you, hey, you white, I don't like that. And you say, hey, I don't want to be racist here, but you niggers need to get a job. They don't like that. It's a knife, okay? I don't know how else to explain this shit.
He needs his right spin.
That's the right spin.
That is the right spin.
Last one. You're at a construction site, stuff goes down, you don't know what to do. You're gonna shovel them. And that's how it's done.